All right. If you're, say, over 60, maybe this sounds familiar, waking up, several times a night to use the bathroom, or maybe struggling to get the flow going or stop it, or just that nagging feeling like your bladder isn't quite empty.
Yeah, very common complaints.
Right. And it's so easy to just say, it's just getting older, isn't it? But what if some everyday things we do, things we don't even think about, are actually, silently making prostate issues worse?
Well, that's exactly what the research often points towards. Age is a factor, definitely, but lifestyle plays a huge role.
So welcome to the Deep Dive.
Yeah.
We're here to help you get well-informed fast. Today, we're digging into some really insightful stuff from a source featuring a prostate doctor. She lays out 10 common habits that might be, sneakily enlarging the prostate. Our mission today, to give you the knowledge that could mean the difference between living comfortably and, years of prostate trouble.
It's about prevention and understanding.
Exactly. Our main source here is based on excerpts from a YouTube video transcript. It features a Dr. Juliana from the Wise Forever channel. Some great info you brought to the table.
Yes, she outlined some key points.
And she's not talking about tiny tweaks. These are like potentially powerful steps to avoid real discomfort. So let's unpack this, because honestly, some of these habits are so normal, you might be doing them right now without a clue.
It is fascinating, isn't it, how these seemingly small daily details can really accelerate processes we usually just blame on age.
Right.
And understanding these links, like Dr. Juliana talks about, it's just fundamental for preventive health. It really can change your long-term well-being.
Absolutely. Okay, let's do it. Let's explore the 10 most dangerous habits that may be silently enlarging your prostate. We'll count them down, 10 to 1.
Sounds good.
Starting off with habit number 10. Drinking too little water. Now, this one, it struck me as a bit counterintuitive at first.
How so?
Well, you'd think, right, drink less, fewer trips to the bathroom at night. But the source, it says the opposite actually happens.
That's precisely it. It's a common mistake. When you don't drink enough, your urine gets really concentrated.
Okay.
And it becomes more acidic. This concentrated acidic urine irritates the bladder lining, and crucially, it irritates the prostate too, since it sits right underneath the bladder.
Ah, I see.
And chronic dehydration, well, that just leads to inflammation. And inflammation is a key driver of prostate growth.
Wow, okay.
Plus, think about medications. Many older men are on meds that can worsen dehydration. And when you're dehydrated, your body can't flush toxins efficiently, putting more strain on the whole urinary system.
That really flips the script, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Trying to avoid bathroom trips by drinking less could actually be making the irritation worse.
Exactly.
So what's the practical advice from Dr. Juliana here? How do we fix this?
It's pretty straightforward, really. Drink water, but do it in small sips throughout the day. Don't wait until you feel thirsty.
Right. Keep it consistent.
Exactly. And a good way to check is your urine color. It should be clear or just very light yellow. Don't fear water. It's really your ally here.
Okay, good tip. Moving on to habit number 9.
Yeah.
Sitting for hours. Oh boy. That recliner after 60, it calls to you, doesn't it?
Hey, it certainly can.
But according to the source, sitting for too long, that could be harming your prostate more than you realize.
It's true. When you're seated for long stretches, it puts constant pressure on your pelvic area.
Okay.
That pressure reduces blood flow to the prostate, which can cause inflammation and encourage growth.
Makes sense. Less flow, more problems.
And there's another angle. It weakens your pelvic floor muscles. Think about it, they're just not being used.
Right.
Weak pelvic floor muscles make it harder to empty your bladder completely, so you end up with leftover or residual urine.
And that leftover urine irritates the prostate again.
Precisely. It just sits there, potentially causing irritation and inflammation. It connects back to that theme.
So it's not just about being stiff, it's about actual irritation from stagnant urine. What's the fix then? For someone maybe working at a desk or driving a lot?
The solution is actually quite simple and doesn't require a gym membership. Just stand up every 30 minutes or so.
Every 30 minutes?
Yep. And walk around for at least 2 minutes. Go get that glass of water we just talked about.
Ah, tying it together.
Exactly. Or just walk around the house. The key is interrupting that constant pressure, getting the blood flowing again, and gently engaging those muscles. It really makes you rethink those long TV sessions,
Definitely. Okay, habit number 8. Excess caffeine.
Uh-oh.
My morning coffee.
Yeah.
It's sacred.
Hey, I understand. It's a ritual for many.
But too much coffee or other caffeinated stuff could be irritating the prostate.
Yes. Caffeine is a diuretic, which means it makes you produce more urine,
Right, makes you go more.
which can overstimulate the bladder, leading to more frequent urges, maybe even leakage, especially if the prostate is already sensitive or enlarged. That added pressure isn't helpful.
Okay, that makes sense.
But there's more. Caffeine also affects the muscles right at the neck of the bladder. It can cause them to contract.
Contract, so tighten up.
Exactly. And when those muscles tighten, it makes it harder to empty the bladder completely. So again, you get that retained urine problem.
Retained urine again, leading to pressure and inflammation.
You got it. Pressure, inflammation, discomfort. It's a cycle.
That link between caffeine, those specific muscles, and retained urine is really specific. So for coffee lovers,
Yeah.
what does Dr. Juliana suggest? Do we have to give it up?
Not necessarily give it up entirely. Moderation is the key word here.
Okay.
1 cup in the morning, usually fine for most people, but having multiple cups throughout the day, that's where it can become problematic.
So maybe rethink that afternoon cup.
Exactly. Try swapping later cups for decaf or maybe an herbal tea. See if you notice a difference in your urinary symptoms. Small changes can sometimes bring big relief.
Good advice. Okay, next. Habit number 7. Overly spicy and processed foods. A lot of people love flavor, right? Spicy food, easy processed stuff. But the source says these could be harming the prostate through, well, inflammation again.
That's a big part of it. Very spicy foods. The source mentions things like excess black pepper or really hot sauces. They can increase overall inflammation in the body, and that includes the prostate.
Interesting. Not just stomach upset, but body-wide inflammation.
Correct. And then you have processed foods. Think chips, cold cuts, frozen dinners, fast food.
Easy stuff.
Right. They're often loaded with preservatives, artificial colors, way too much sodium, unhealthy fats. It's a cocktail that's not great for overall health, and it disrupts your hormonal balance.
Hormonal balance. How does that connect?
Well, for instance, too much salt causes fluid retention, putting extra pressure on the urinary system. And those bad fats and chemical additives, they can mess with your testosterone levels.
And testosterone affects prostate size, right?
Exactly. It's all interconnected. Unhealthy diet leads to inflammation, fluid retention, and hormonal imbalances, all contributing to prostate issues.
That connection diet, inflammation, hormones, really highlights how what we eat daily can have this silent impact. So what's the counter strategy? What should we eat more of?
The advice is to lean towards natural, anti-inflammatory foods. Load up on vegetables, fruits, eat fish, nuts.
The good stuff.
Basically, yes. Focus on whole foods. It's about making conscious choices. A healthy diet doesn't have to be boring, just, thoughtfully put together.
Right. Okay, habit number 6. Holding in urine. Oh, we've all done this. Stuck in traffic, busy meeting, can't find a restroom.
Yep, very relatable.
But doing this regularly, the source material says, can actually damage your prostate over time.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously. When you hold it for too long, your bladder stretches way out.
Okay.
And because the prostate is right underneath, that stretched bladder pushes down, putting direct pressure on the prostate tissue.
Constant pressure again.
Over time, this repeated pressure causes irritation and swelling in the prostate. And older men are more vulnerable here because those controlling muscles naturally weaken a bit with age.
Makes sense.
Holding it also often leads to not emptying completely when you finally do go.
And we're back to stagnant leftover urine.
Which is bad news because
It's a breeding ground for bacteria. It increases the risk of infections, and it's just generally inflammatory for the prostate, contributing to enlargement.
wow, that's a pretty stark consequence for something so common. So the prevention is obvious, but maybe hard to practice.
It's basically listen to your body. Don't delay when you feel the urge, especially if you're already getting up at night.
Just go.
Just go. Treat those signals seriously. Your bladder and prostate, they work together. Stressing one stresses the other.
Got it. Okay, habit number 5. Smoking, or being around smokers. The sources are pretty blunt here. Cigarettes are bad news for the prostate, and even just being around smoke regularly is harmful. Absolutely. The chemicals in tobacco smoke do a lot of damage. They significantly reduce blood flow throughout the body, including to the prostate.
Less blood flow again.
Right. They also massively increase inflammation and directly damage tissues. Plus, smoking ramps up oxidative stress. Think of it like accelerating the rusting process inside your cells.
Wow, okay.
This weakens their ability to repair themselves. Over time, this all leads to chronic inflammation in the prostate, enlargement, and even a higher risk of prostate cancer.
And this damage happens faster in older men.
Yes, the cumulative effect is more pronounced. Smoking also depletes vital antioxidants, which are your body's natural defense squad.
The fact that even secondhand smoke is so damaging is really crucial, so the advice is pretty clear, I guess.
Unequivocal. If you smoke, talk to your doctor about quitting. Seriously. If you don't smoke, avoid exposure as much as possible.
And the benefits start quickly.
Almost immediately. Circulation improves within weeks, inflammation starts to decrease, your prostate and the rest of your body can begin to heal. It's a huge step.
Makes sense. Okay. Habit number 4. Avoiding doctor visits. We know many men, well, they only go to the doctor when something feels really wrong.
It's a common pattern.
But the material suggests this is especially risky with prostate health, particularly after 60. Why is that?
Because prostate enlargement often starts silently. You might not have any symptoms at first.
So you wouldn't know.
Exactly. That's why regular checkups are key. Things like the digital rectal exam, or DRE, and the PSA blood test that checks prostate-specific antigen levels.
Right.
These tests can detect subtle changes early, often years before symptoms become obvious. Skipping appointments means you miss that window for early, often simpler intervention.
And delaying can make things much worse.
Definitely. Some men feel awkward discussing urinary issues, but waiting until you have serious problems like being unable to urinate at all or getting bad infections, that's a much tougher situation. Early detection means more options, often just lifestyle changes.
That's a strong case for being proactive. So, for peace of mind, what's the specific recommendation?
See your doctor at least once a year. Talk specifically about prostate health. If something's caught early, it's often manageable with lifestyle adjustments, maybe avoiding medications or surgery altogether. Don't wait for things to get bad.
Sound advice. Okay, habit number 3. Eating red meat excessively. Red meat is a staple for a lot of guys, but eating it daily could be silently enlarging the prostate.
Well, the evidence strongly suggests a link. High intake of red meat, and especially processed meats, bacon, sausage, cold cuts, that sort of thing,
Yeah.
is consistently linked to increased inflammation systemically throughout the whole body, and the prostate is definitely affected.
Why red meat specifically?
It's often high in saturated fats, and the chemicals used in processing those meats are big contributors too. They can disrupt hormone balance and increase that oxidative stress we talked about earlier.
Why the cell rusting?
Exactly. Both inflammation and oxidative stress directly irritate the prostate. Plus, digestion tends to slow down as we age, and red meat takes longer to process, which can contribute to weight gain, adding more pelvic pressure.
Okay, that connection between red meat, inflammation, hormones, and even digestion speed. It's complex. What kind of changes should someone consider if they eat a lot of red meat?
It doesn't mean you have to give it up completely, but cutting back can make a real difference. Maybe aim for once or twice a week instead of daily.
And swap it out for it.
Leaner proteins are great. Fish, grilled chicken, or incorporate more plant-based meals, lentil soup, beans, things like that. It's about finding a better balance, more variety, more nutrients.
Makes sense. Getting near the top now. Habit number 2. Carrying excess belly fat. That extra weight around the middle. We know it's not great for general health, but the source highlights it as a major warning sign specifically for prostate problems.
Absolutely. That abdominal fat, especially the deep visceral fat, isn't just sitting there. It's metabolically active.
Right.
Meaning it produces inflammatory chemicals. These chemicals circulate in your bloodstream and travel directly to the prostate, irritating it and actively contributing to its growth.
Wow. So the fat itself is causing inflammation.
Yes. Men with larger waistlines have a significantly higher risk of an enlarged prostate, nighttime urination issues, even erection problems.
And hormones play a role here too.
Definitely. Excess fat throws off your hormonal balance, particularly the testosterone to estrogen ratio, which is crucial for prostate health. And then there's the simple physics of it. The extra weight physically presses down on the bladder and pelvic organs, adding more pressure on the prostate.
So it's a chemical and a physical assault on the prostate.
Yeah.
That's pretty insidious. What can someone do, especially if losing belly fat has always been a struggle?
The key isn't crash dieting. It's about slow, steady improvements. Small changes add up.
Like what?
Short, consistent walks. Making slightly smaller portions a habit. Cutting back on sugary drinks and snacks. Even losing just a few kilos, maybe 5 or 10 pounds, can bring noticeable relief from urinary symptoms.
So focus on progress, not perfection.
Exactly. Aiming for a healthy waistline, usually under 100 centimeters or about 40 inches, is a really effective long-term strategy for protecting your prostate.
Okay. And that brings us to the #1 most dangerous habit highlighted by Dr. Juliana. The one, she says, that most men tend to ignore: not managing chronic stress.
Yes, this one is huge and often underestimated. It's a truly silent but incredibly potent inflamer of the prostate.
How does stress do that?
When you're constantly worried, tense, anxious, your body pumps out stress hormones, primarily cortisol.
Right, the fight or flight hormone.
Exactly. But when it's chronic, that cortisol causes widespread inflammation. It also leads to muscle tension, especially in the pelvic area, and disrupts your hormonal balance, all directly impacting the prostate.
Pelvic muscle tension. That restricts blood flow again.
Yes, it tightens those pelvic muscles, restricts blood flow, irritates the nerves around the prostate, and even weakens your immune system's ability to manage inflammation.
Wow.
Think about the stressors older men often face: financial worries, family stuff, health concerns. It all builds up. And physically, it can manifest as more frequent urination, pelvic pain, urgency, and actual prostate swelling.
It's incredible how deeply our mental state can impact physical health, right down to that level. So, managing stress isn't just nice to have, it's critical. What are some accessible ways to do that?
The good news is stress is manageable. And you don't need anything fancy. Simple, daily habits can make a huge difference.
Like that.
Deep breathing exercises, even for a few minutes. Light physical activity, like walking or stretching. Taking just 10 minutes of quiet time each day.
Okay.
Laughter is powerful. Connecting with friends or family. And getting good quality sleep, that's absolutely crucial for managing stress hormones.
So these aren't just about feeling better mentally.
No, they directly help your body heal. Managing stress can significantly reduce prostate symptoms and naturally slow down that enlargement process. It's foundational.
So there we have it, the 10 habits that, according to the source material, might be silently enlarging your prostate. As Dr. Juliana points out, it really sees the difference between, suffering and living more comfortably can come down to these everyday details.
And it's important to remember, you're not alone if you're experiencing these issues, but the information is out there, and it's really never too late to start making positive changes.
Right. So the call to action here, it seems pretty straightforward, actually.
It is. Don't try to tackle all 10 at once. That's overwhelming. Just pick one habit.
Just one.
Just one to focus on this week. Maybe it's adding a couple more glasses of water, or getting up from your chair every half hour, or swapping that afternoon coffee for herbal tea.
Those small steps.
Exactly. Every single action matters. Your prostate isn't going to shrink overnight, obviously, but consistency really does yield wonders. Your body has an amazing capacity to heal if you give it the right conditions.
Which really makes you think, doesn't it? This raises an important question. If these seemingly minor daily habits can have such a profound impact on one specific organ like the prostate, well, what other silent influences might they be having on your overall health that you haven't even considered yet? Keep diving deeper.